When you can buy a car from anywhere, everywhere becomes a car.
We are off to a great start, everybody. Chet is here. Oh my goodness. What is happening? Good evening, all of you beautiful nerds from around the world, and welcome to the evening stream here on the Den of Nerds Live, the very best way to end your nerdy day on tonight's show. It's a stream takeover. That's right. I've already messed it up, but it's fine. Guess what? I'm here, Adam Douglas from Fanjecture. I'm taking over Josh's stream. He's gone. I kicked him out. Chet's here. That's why I got screwed up at the beginning. Look, it wouldn't be a Den of Nerds live show if Chet didn't screw something up. So we are here. We are going to be going over this Zack Snyder Justice Con panel. It's going to be a fun time, but I'm not going to do it alone. I got somebody here with me who is going to go through the trouble of everything with me. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring him on. Ryan, what is up, sir? How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Good. Are you?
This is gonna be a blast.
Oh.
I have no idea what to expect just from this stream alone, much less Zack Snyder.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect either. Here's all I know is that we are going to be watching Zack Snyder talk about the Snyderverse. Hopefully we get a little bit of tidbits in there. This should be a good time. What is up, everybody in the chat? We got a ton of people. Let's see who's here. Let's see who decided to pop in. Second Street's here. Aaron's here. Danny Orange, Freddie, Gray, Bashti, Keelan, Knight, Maverick, Mike, Jason, Rob, Santa, Steve, Sinner, Trev. Wayne and Russell are all here ready to hang out and watch some Zack Snyder. Look, here's how it's going to work today, guys. For a couple of minutes, me and Ryan are going to talk about our expectations, what we think is going to go on with this panel, and then we're going to start bringing you guys on. We want to get possibly up to 49 people watching this all on live on the screen right here. If you are a Discord member of the Den of Nerds, there is a link right now for you to get into the waiting room to guarantee your spot. So if you're not a member of the Discord, first of all, why aren't you? Clearly you need to be. So go sign up for the Discord. I don't know where the link is. Maybe Ryan, you can put a link in if it's if it's not there. That way people can jump in and become a Discord member. For the Discord, I don't know where. So you can do that for sure. And then after that, if we don't get 49, because I get 49 people on one screen, people. If we don't get 49 people to start, then Ryan's gonna throw it into the stream, and then you can jump on and be a part of this if you want. So we'll see how many people we can get for sure. All right, Ryan, let's talk panel. We got Zack Snyder coming on, gonna be talking Justice League. Assumingly we're gonna get some tidbits of information towards the Snyderverse, this HBO Max new series show. We still don't really know what legitimately it's going to be, but it's going to be something. So what are you expecting from this panel today?
I think it's going to be a lot of what we saw with Grace the other day. It should be good. I don't know. I've been, we were watching some of Ray Fisher's one before. The girls that are doing the interviews are riveting. It's really a statement on how interviews should be done. So I'm intrigued.
They can't hear you. Of course they can't hear you, it's probably me. I know. Look at me. Let's see. Oh God. We were testing this out beforehand. And of course, turn Ryan's audio up. Thanks, Russell. Thank you. We're trying. I told you, Chet's here. Look, here's the problem. All right, here's the problem.
Yeah, they had to fly him. Like Spirit Airlines. It was horrible.
I know. This is wonderful. See, here's the problem, guys. Here's the problem. I am working with Streamlabs OBS, and I got to tell you. Okay, here we go. Ryan, speak for the people.
Can you hear me now?
Can everybody hear Ryan?
It's funny because this is what we were doing before,
and it worked perfectly fine then. Of course not. Let's see what the people have to say. Barely. Okay. Well, we'll work on that. Luckily, we have a few minutes to figure that out. So, in the meantime, while I'm like losing my mind, like sweating my bullets here, God, this is of course this would happen. Of course. So here's the thing, Ryan, and I'll just speak openly right here while we're waiting for this stuff to work. If it ever works, it probably is never going to work. I think, here's what I think. I think we are going to get a lot of behind the scenes discussions on maybe how the Snyderverse is coming to be, how maybe some behind the scenes on how HBO decided to kind of roll with it and figure out how to. Here we go. Oh, let's try that. Okay, Ryan, talk.
Me talk now.
Whoa.
Can hear Ryan? Too loud?
No, you're perfect. I'm gonna turn it slightly down on my end. Guys, can you hear him now? Go ahead, Ryan. Speak.
0 to hero. That's what we go to.
All right. I know there's a slight delay on the stream, so we'll get the people to talk in a second.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
Excellent. Okay. So I'll turn it back over to you, Ryan. Your initial thoughts on this new stream that we're getting, this panel, and what do you expect or hope to get out of this?
It would be very cool to see. I really want him to say that it was really the who. Oh my God, who owns the WB right now?
Who owns Warner Brothers?
Yes. Why am I blanking?
AT&T.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want him to say that it took them coming in to make this happen, because
right.
I think that WB is completely clueless in what they're doing. So I'm very excited to hear his take on how all of this went down. But
Right.
again, I think it's going to be cookie cutter stuff. I don't think the juice is going to be there until the end. Hopefully we get some cool little cameos. Like I said, he cameoed on Fisher's
Right.
little stream before.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get, we all want to see Ben Affleck.
That would be pretty
see.
cool. I feel like this isn't something Ben's going to participate in, but that, fingers crossed, that would be pretty cool. Like a little surprise thing that would, that would break the internet. I think they may save that for Fandom, I think, but we'll see. That's a good prediction. I like that. All right. Let's go ahead and let's try to bring in some people now. Let's jump into our makeshift theater here. By the way, I messed with the graphics a little bit, Josh. So don't blame me. I'm working with what Chet gave me. All right, I'm doing the best I can. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in some people right now. Let's go ahead. Here we go. Participants. All right, let's bring in this fool. All right, it is. All right, we're bringing that guy. We'll bring in that guy. We'll bring in that guy. I'm going to move myself out of the way.
All right.
All right, who we got here? We got...
Wow, Trev? I don't want to... Why are we doing this?
I know. The usual crew is joining in. They're all coming in. All right, hold on. We got... I think you guys can unmute yourself, right? Yeah, you should be able to unmute yourself. All right, so who do we got? I know I got to move my camera out of the way. I'm trying not to go like infinite loop up here. All right, we got Trev. Trev, are you here? Can you hear us? No, you're muted. Why are you muted? Unmute yourself. No.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, I want, nerd rage.
Yeah, right. Jason's here. Jason's connecting his audio, it looks like. Santa, are you with us? No. All of you are muted. Unmute yourselves, people. Hold on.
Now.
There we go.
There you go.
I'm unmuted now.
Okay.
Yes, the host is not allowing participants.
Oh, well,
to
see,
unmute themselves.
yes, that's right. I hold all the power. Okay, you guys have nothing.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we got you. All right.
Hey, I'm at work, so I can't use video.
Oh no, that's fine. We don't want to see your ugly face anyway. It's all good.
Oh man.
Yeah, boom. Boom.
Can
All
I
right.
I just want to say one thing before we get started.
Sure, go ahead.
This is for all the Adam's apples out there. Represent Adam Apple Army. You got problems, man. Yeah.
All right, hold on. Can I
You just have that shirt lying around?
Yeah, I just keep them lying around. I got one for you, Trev.
Yeah.
I got a Chet Boy shirt just lying around.
Sweet.
It's hilarious.
You only get to wear it when you beat us.
Well, I guess I'm not wearing it this year.
Yeah,
Like that.
Unfortunately, the stream has been canceled now, so sorry. All right, Trev, let's start with you since you're up top here. What are you hoping for and expecting out of this panel?
Well, I want to see like Ryan was saying. I want to see some. I want to see like maybe like a trailer, like or like a 30-second clip, something. Like show us a little bit of video of what kind of like that we haven't seen before, maybe. Right. And obviously some of the behind the scenes stuff that led Snyder being able to do this, right? It's like and Affleck, sure.
Oh, that would be crazy. I hadn't even thought Affleck could show up, but that could happen. All right, let's swing down here to Jason, the Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this panel?
I guess I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what everybody else is. I mean, I want to see Affleck. I want to see that he's coming back. I want to, I would like to maybe see, what's his name? The guy who was going to play his father.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah, I'd like to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan. What if we get the announcement that yes, in fact, we're going to have 2 generations of Waynes.
Wow.
On the screen at the same time. But I know that would be a big pull, but
that would be, especially for this. There's so much that we could possibly get, but I feel like a lot of it might be more DC fandom. So it's going to be interesting, but like Zach always like loves just spilling the guts here. So it's going to be very interesting to see what he actually does. Santa, welcome. How are you feeling about this Zack Snyder panel?
My expectations, frankly, are very, very low. DC fandom's coming up, and they're going to save the good stuff for that. We're going to get very, very little today. what we've seen already from this Comic-Con at home are pre-recorded under the bar kind of things. Frankly, there's been very, very little coming out of it, and I'm not expecting much more.
To that point, I will say, at least for this one, and Ryan and I were talking about this before we came on air, this one's live, okay? This one is not pre-recorded. All of these have been live. We were just watching, before we jumped on, we were watching the Ray Fisher one, and out of the blue, Zack Snyder just showed up and popped into the Zoom call for them. So this is definitely live. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what they deliver. But you do have a point, Santa, that they're probably going to hold back a lot of stuff for DC Fandom. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what it is that they give us for sure.
It'll be a trailer coming in when's Fandom.
Yeah, so we'll see. All right, so we got who's next? Cap, you're at work. Are you able to talk, or you chilling? No, he's working. He's not doing anything. All right, and Lavis is here. I guess he's not here. He's got no camera. He's got no mic. That's all right. Lavis is here. All right, so gentlemen, this is gonna be fun. I can't wait to see what happens.
We have to unmute Cap.
Oh, do we? Do we have to though?
No.
I feel like yeah.
Hashtag unmute Cap.
Oh, unmute me. Okay, I guess I'll do that. There we go. Ask to unmute for Lavis too. All right.
What's up?
What's up, Lavis? How are you, man?
Doing all right.
All right.
Decided to go on a little hiatus, take a little mini vacation, and feeling good.
Okay, I like it. Oh, I gotta get rid of that. There we go. Lavis, what do you think about this panel? What are you expecting?
Man, I actually have no idea. I'm going in with a complete open mind, and whatever they give is what I'll take.
Cool. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I hope we get some nuggets. I'm not really expecting the world here, but I think it'll be fun to hear some conversations. And I know, looking at the other panels that they've been doing all day, they're getting a lot of questions from the audience. So it should be interesting to see what kind of questions actually pop up. I don't know. I'm not sure. Ryan, I think we're safe now. I think you can go ahead and throw the link in the chat. Guys, if you are here, if you're watching this right now, if you just want to hop on and hang out and watch this with us, look, we can have up to 49 people on a screen. I don't know if we're going to get 49 people watching this. I mean, we don't even have 49 people watching this right now, but that's okay. You know why? Because you clicked on here, you saw my ugly face, and you're like, nope, I am out of here. And that's okay. I understand that. I'm not the ugly mug that Josh is. You're dealing with a bald one this time. But we'll see how many people we can get on to watch this thing. All right, Trev is back. Let's see, Trev is joining. He left us for a second. All right, let's see here. He's popping in. All right, so we'll do that. So yeah, so anyone that wants to jump in, go ahead, and we'll see. We'll hang out for another 10 minutes, and then we'll see what Zach has to say.
Do you think that the footage that he's going to show is going to be anything good?
Well, it depends. It depends what it is. If he shows, like, let's talk about what he might be showing. He could show some dark side stuff. That's a possibility. He could maybe show some Deathstroke stuff. You know, some of that. Maybe a new Ben Affleck scene. What do you guys think, Trev? What do you think that he might show?
Scene wise, I think we'll probably get more of like stuff from the Batcave. Like, I know there's been saying like the stuff that like where they all meet up in the Batcave. We'll probably get some of that. I would say maybe a little bit more with Darkseid in the flashback scene, like to the thousands of years ago scene kind of thing.
Okay.
Darkseid's I would say those, like, probably maybe scenes of that. Maybe. I don't know. With Darkseid replacing Steppenwolf.
Is the panel named, or is it just the Zack Snyder Justice League panel? What is the
It's Justice Con, and it's Snyder.
Yeah, it says Spotlight on Zack Snyder panel. Look, I got to be honest. The whole Justice Con thing, the truth be told, I think the Den of Nerds could probably do a much better panel and con. I'm just saying, just throwing that out there. But so I wouldn't necessarily take the title of the YouTube video to really any heart. But we'll see. We'll see what it has to do with.
I tried watching the Jay Olivia one earlier. He's the one. He works a lot on the animated side, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
But I didn't really like the questions being like the format of it wasn't really appealing to me. So
yeah, I watched that too. I was watching that a little bit too. Get ready for that. Get ready for that. So look, we're all gonna trudge through this together. We're gonna pine for some nuggets out of this, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Like I told Ryan, this thing could be an unmitigated disaster.
Frozen face on my screen right now, it's throwing me off.
Yeah,
I think it might be on your end, bud.
Yeah, Trev's unfortunately live in person.
Why am I getting so much hate? Why am I getting so much hate?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I have no idea. Guys, if you're in the chat, come in here. Come hang out with us.
This panel is about to be lit, man.
I know. It's good. I can't wait. I can't wait. See,
Cap, you can't read any books at work, buddy. You know.
I know. Or can I? Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, this might be more exciting than the questions and stuff that they're gonna ask him.
Yeah, the questions are gonna be bad.
Here we go.
But at least
we'll get to see.
The questions are going to be safe, is what they're going to be.
Yeah, but at least we get to see him in Ultra 12K with his Zoom camera.
Good times.
All right, everybody, we got everyone's favorite porter. Hey. It's Mike. What's up, Mike?
How you guys doing today? How's it going?
Mike Porter.
Oh man, we're hanging out.
Mike Porter, it's a pleasure to see your face, sir.
It's great to see you guys. Look at you guys.
That's right. Who else we got here? We got Rob. Is Rob here?
Yes.
Hey, what's up, Rob?
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
I'm worn out.
I can tell, man. You're chilling. You're just relaxing.
I've been moving, dude.
Hey, man.
What's up, man? Who's that? Is that Jonathan? Jonathan, what's up? You chilling outside? You getting ready for this panel?
Yep. You don't have to have your mask going around us, buddy. It's okay.
Yeah, we're all distancing.
I'm in Orange County, California. You got to have a mask on.
Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, that's why I don't live there. Because
hey, whoa.
What, did I say something wrong? I'm sorry.
That's why you don't live there?
That's the only reason.
Yes, that is exactly why. It's the whole mask thing. All right, Jonathan.
No COVID, no mask at the North Pole, just for the record.
Yeah, no,
just some snow and a fireplace.
But good. You got to make sure the elves are distancing themselves. All right, let's go to Jonathan. Jonathan, what are you hoping to get out of this panel today?
Out of any of the Zack panel?
Yep.
I think I definitely want him to avoid any conversation attacking Joss Whedon.
Okay. He's, the one thing I gotta say throughout all of this, ever since even Man of Steel came out, Zack has always been on the up and up, and he's always sort of taken the level-headed road on this. And even though he's gotten trashed a lot by a lot of people on social media and everything, he never has ever fired back, like ever. He just dusted off and he's always talking positive. So I gotta say,
takes the high road,
yeah, he really does. So I agree with you. I don't want to see it. I also don't think we're gonna see it. So yeah, that's a great point though. I wonder if the panelists will ask a Joss Whedon question. And if he does, get ready to see the biggest deflection you've ever seen. He won't answer it. I guarantee he won't answer it.
Well, he'll just say, I haven't watched that cut of the movie. If that's what you keep saying. He says, I haven't watched the theatrical release of Justice League.
No, he hasn't seen it. He keeps reiterating that he hasn't seen it. So yeah. So he won't even comment on the movie because he hasn't even seen it.
That makes two of us. I haven't seen it either.
That's
do
good.
we think that's the truth though? Is that just hyperbly, or do we really?
No,
think
that's not. No, that's not. I haven't seen it.
Well, not you, John. I mean, obviously,
Zack Snyder?
I have no reason to doubt you.
I agree, Jason. I bet you he's seen some of it. Like some of the scenes that were tacked on, like the Whedon scenes that were tacked on, or that he didn't do. I mean, like, how do you avoid that for 3.5 years?
I don't think he can. I just think I think he's seen it he's seen it in piecemeal. You know, he's seen pieces here and there. He may not have never sat down to watch it from start to finish, but I guarantee you he's seen the bulk.
I think there's other directors who have said they don't watch their own movies, so I don't think that's like uncommon. Or the actors that never watch their own plays.
He watches his, and I know for a fact because he didn't have a hand in the final film. He's seen that. There's just no way. He wanted to know what it was like.
I don't know. I
You
don't
know for a fact.
I don't know either.
Like the last
Might
time you
bring
talked to him, Cap, you know,
Yeah, like
called
yesterday.
him up. I was like, hey, Zachy boy.
Yeah, you know,
You
me
see-
and Zach.
Yeah.
Tight.
And if you worked on something for so long and then you got kicked off of it, fired, whatever, and then the release of the movie that you worked on is like mostly meh, like the reaction is meh to it. It's like, well, I thought I did like at least I thought they liked the action, they like all this stuff. They must have added a bunch of stuff that I didn't do. I feel like he would have.
Here's
I
one
don't wanna
point
say
also.
Go ahead.
If he has any psychological, emotional stress tied to the filming and production, what he actually was going through, maybe he wanted to avoid it at all costs, just to kind of like walk away from it and avoid any like connections mentally to that. So I don't know. That might be something. So he's avoided it just to avoid that point of his life, you know, like. And now he's ready to deal with it. He's come back ready to hash it out, edit it the way he should have finished it. Maybe that's something. It's a good motivator.
Yeah, it's possible. It looks like we're about to get going. So let me cut the music here.
I'm so excited. I have my notepad to take notes too. I'm ready for this.
We should do the same thing during DC Fandom. We should just do the same thing.
Hopefully we will. This is sort of our test run to see if this is was
and
thing or
hopefully
not.
Josh won't be away. So
DC Fandom is a 24-hour event, right? Like it runs the whole like the whole day.
The only problem
streaming for like 24 hours.
Well,
we had to break it up among content creators that actually have a camera, unlike Cap. You know,
You don't want that.
We still don't even know if that stuff's live or not. So I mean, I would imagine not. I just hope at least DC Fandom is better than Comic-Con. I'm so annoyed in the fact that they haven't done all their videos as premieres. Like that's just a basic YouTube thing that you want to run as a community, not just like rando videos. Such a missed opportunity. I don't know. I just I don't know. I'm so annoyed with Comic-Con, but we're not here to talk about Comic-Con and the fact that it sucks. We're here to talk about Justice Con and see if it sucks. Hopefully not. Starting soon. All right.
I feel like they need to bring it here, like before Fandom.
Yeah. I think this panel is going to heavily rely on Zack himself. I think this interview is going to go as Zack goes. He's got to really carry the load, I think, after watching some of the earlier stuff. So hopefully we get some good questions, right?
Who's moderating?
There were
Grace?
some many questions. Do you think he had to approve the questions before going into this?
No, not at all. The way this has been going, I've seen a few panels already. No, I think this is just the three ladies who are running it are just asking the questions, I guess, that they have, and then they're taking questions from the chat. So no, I don't think anything is pre-approved. I think Zack's smart enough. He's working in this industry for way too long to slip anything that he's not ready to tell. So I don't think he's just going to shy away from any questions. But we'll see as this thing is definitely starting soon. Okay, guys, if you want to get in here, we got a couple minutes left for you to get in here, or you could just come in as it's going. I think Ryan has put the link in the chat a few times. Jump on in. You're good. It looks like Trinity, the toxic man baby, is too afraid to hop on the stream, which is fine. It's okay. He doesn't want to hang out with all of you beautiful people.
He doesn't want to hijack it.
Trinity set up a Teespring account. We're going into business together, producing some T-shirts, Adam. I don't know if you saw the prototype.
No,
I
I
show
did.
this to you yet?
Wait.
Oh my
Did you see
god.
that?
Four.
Oh, wait a minute. Something's wrong with my camera. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what
Hard to the core.
I don't know what happened to your camera. It just like shut out all of a sudden.
That looks like Apple autograph.
You guys are rotten to the core.
Oh, what do we got? Descendants?
Took a white t-shirt.
Was that a Descendants reference? What was that?
And a Sharpie.
That's exactly what it was. We value production value over here above everything else.
Yes.
But it's a real Sharpie. It's not the dollar store markers. You can tell. You can tell because of the thickness of the lines.
Right. Awesome. You guys are such good friends. It's no wonder I like, spending time with you on my Saturday nights, waiting to talk Zack Snyder with you. Yeah, great. Okay. All right, Ryan, I gotta say, you probably not as pumped. not as pumped for this panel or for the Snyderverse as maybe some of us are. Is there anything that maybe Justice Con or DC Fandom can do to like turn you over to the side of positivity?
I wouldn't say it's negativity. I just, I know that no matter what happens, this is going to be better than what came out. But at the end of the day, it can still be a horrible movie and people are going to love it. Which is cool. I just, it's all the things that come because of it and how messy things get. And I know more content is great content, is a way of looking at it.
Sure.
That's true. But, if he puts out some good tidbits, I guess it'll be fun to watch. Again, I'm not super negative. I have a friend who is super excited, and I just keep telling him, like, well, what comes next and where does it go?
Right.
What does it all mean? Where's your end game?
What does it all mean?
You mean like as far as where does it all go after the Justice Con? Or like the movie?
I don't know. No. Just the universe itself.
Oh, okay. I think it's gonna go somewhere. You don't go through all this and not build off of it.
I'm hoping that they're going off of universes. That's the only way I'm excited about the Zack Snyder anything tonight, because this movie means nothing if it doesn't continue. If we just watch one Zack Snyder Justice League and then it doesn't go anywhere, what's the point?
So would you be?
Why would we spend like if they're spending like $100 million on this to not build on it? Seems like a waste.
Sure.
Is it 100 million now?
Well, I don't know. Like isn't it something like 30 million? They said 30 million, but then the one guy said we're spending way more than 30 million, right?
The DCU.
All right, we are starting.
Here we go.
Let's check this
Thanks for
out.
having me, guys. And I want to do a quick thank you to the fans, anybody watching, and you guys especially for putting this on, because it's so fun. We'd all be in San Diego, I think, right now, in that sweaty Hall H.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought about, I guess maybe last year, 2 years ago, I had cut a trailer. I have a personal trailer for my cut of Justice League, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had thought about trying to sneak into Hall H and bribe the AV guy to just play it during someone's presentation just to see what happened. But
oh my God.
Never did it.
I mean, that would be really fun to watch. I wonder what would happen.
I thought it would be a cool move just to kind of shake it up a little bit. But probably best that I didn't do that, because I would have,
should have done it during the Marvel panel. That would be fun. Yeah. I'm just imagining the.
No, that would be bad. Don't do
the
that.
badness that would
don't jump on the Marvel train.
Oh my God, what is this?
Yeah.
Adam, who are these people interviewing him?
Oh wow.
Nora Queen, Wonder something.
Well, so
Nerd
let's
Queens,
start
right?
this
Nerd
out.
Queens?
Yeah.
So you have this
Nerd
thing coming
Queens.
out next year.
Yeah, I got a little movie coming out next year on HBO Max. So you're gonna want to
movie,
get that
series,
if you don't
movie.
Have it. And then so my daily routine is that we cut just on the movies. It's more the work we're doing is sort of restoration work, because it's so much visual effects and it's a lot of putting together the visual effects and how this shot's going to work, and because we're putting the original Steppenwolf back, so there's tons of work in that alone.
Steppenwolf
and
back.
then just all these additional
original
scenes that have these massive visual effects that were never 100% finished. So it's a lot of that work. It also the film was finished in the cut that I'm working on was finished in February of, I think that was it 2017? Yeah, February 2017. The cut was finished. And then that's the giant you know,
when was he let go again?
long
The
version
middle of
the movie,
March,
my
end of March?
kind of
Yes.
ultimate penultimate
I believe so.
version.
So shortly after
and
he
then the
handed in a
work we
finished
did
cut.
in the subsequent months was to shorten the movie to the studio mandate.
Or
that
that's
I-
when he left
that-
because
that,
his
you know,
daughter committed.
that we never
Right.
really
Yes.
After that.
you got to, but so it really, the cut is and the work is really on that giant director's cut that I finished then, and I really enjoyed getting you know the movie at that length. You know, when you show it to people at that length early on in the process, and everyone just being super excited about like how awesome the movie was, and that it's weird that this movie could never really play. And I'll be honest that even at that time, I had this idea of maybe there's a way to show it, this giant version of the movie, you know, whether it be on HBO or somewhere, you know, where you could literally just say, it's okay, it's not theatrical, so it can be, you know, 4 hours long and no one, you know, just put a big intermission in, and if you want to pause it, you can, or you just, you know, you have really great bladder strength, so you don't have a problem. But
I think after Lord of the Rings, people would be less scared of long movies.
Right.
Yeah, you would. I look, you know, I don't know. I personally don't get that. I mean, it's funny because like the length of the other movies that we've done in the past, it always had to do with like the IMAX version of Watchmen. The length is based a little bit on the sort of size of the film reels of IMAX, right? So if the movie was I think a minute longer, the film would fall off the reel. So we had to kind of get it to a length that it would fit the film reel. And
That's
so,
awesome.
you know, that's just part of the process, you know, finding that kind of working backward. But it was always a kind of, you know, the creative part of it was interesting. It wasn't like a, you know, 2-hour mandate, which is a very restrictive length for, you know, what I would consider, especially for Justice League,
12,000
all
people
these
watching this
characters,
right
trying
now.
to figure them out and develop all of them and introduce them and get them to do their thing in a what I would say, you know,
You said they got 12,000.
as a director, it's a very big challenge, you know, in that short amount of time. So hard to dig too deep in 2 hours, but now that we have this giant expanded length, I think that we really, and frankly, I've shot this material. I don't.
Probably 12,001
I've never
YouTubers
been
covering
accused of short
Yeah,
movies. But, you know, I think it's a natural. I feel like it's very natural length for this movie, and when you see this sort of the way everybody gets there, like, you know, everyone gets to come around, you know, and everyone gets to sort of see a complete story. I think that's really, really fun and really cool. And it is really interesting and cool to start to like work with the original Steppenwolf design, who thankfully was in all of our previs. So like all the previs is the old Steppenwolf, you know, with his crazy armor and everything. So like, you know, it's underneath. So you just look underneath and you're like, oh, cool, look, that's how we were going to originally do it. So it's really fun, and to see that he's scary and cool, and I just think he's badass.
A spiky butt.
Yeah.
Really scary underneath it all.
Does not scare.
They think you're funny,
Literally
Jason.
doesn't
I know. It's just right on time.
He's not
They're the only
evil,
ones.
So he really doesn't. He'll like tear your arms off. He literally doesn't care. Anyways, that's cool. So it's cool. He just wants Darkseid to accept him and take him back. But you know, so that's also fun.
Darkseid's gonna be 5 minutes in the movie.
And like create.
You failed me.
Well, oops is the start, and then.
Is that how you say it? Oops.
That's how I say it. Look, I don't.
You know what?
We're going with it. We're going with it. It's been ongoing debate today.
What, you know. I don't. That's the problem with comic books. You know, no one ever like, you know, they don't.
There's no pronunciation.
They don't tell you. Yeah.
You know, that's
not the
something.
problem, but it's one of them.
No, that is the problem with comic books, because like there's fantasy authors who will make like a glossary to explain how to pronounce things, but comic book authors, they never think of that stuff. Come on.
No. Also, the problem is like, you know, it's canon, so like you don't want to step
Is
on.
it canon? Well, it's canon. It's canon.
Way
He
that
said it.
everyone thinks it's pronounced, because then it becomes a thing. So, and we never actually say it in the movie purposely, because for that reason. But we just say, "Oh, the young dark side." I mean, you could say that. That's another way to say
Interesting.
it. So there's this not nearly as like, intimidating as oops is, or whatever, however you want to say it. Wrong.
There's this rumor going around that that it's not actually called Zack Snyder's Justice League. Can you comment on that?
It's really the name of the movie as Zack Snyder's Justice League it's the name that it is the name we all want. It is the name we are working on. It's legal reasons that restrict it, but we're trying to work that out. So
perfect.
I still think that's the
Trying to work it out. What do you mean by that?
Well, we're gonna cross our fingers for
They
that.
have no name.
It's still up for
We
debate.
have a merch for it, so they better allow
Whatever
it.
AT&T tells us to put
letter
on.
writing campaign to the.
You know, you shouldn't have said that. There's 13,000
like I jumped through so
people
many groups,
ready
it doesn't
to
even matter at
start.
this point.
Sorry. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, exactly.
Real Justice
Well, I mean, I think that it's the correct.
Like the real
It is
Ghostbusters.
the correct sort of way of looking at the movie, because it's really a pure.
That other
sort of
Ghostbusters
vision,
cartoon was good,
unencumbered
too.
by
It was
anything
good, too,
other
but it
than,
wasn't
like,
the
what we
real
think is awesome,
Ghostbusters.
and I think that's.
Maybe that one with
It makes sense.
For the two guys that like time traveled or something like
I've
that.
said it 100 times,
yeah,
and
it's like-
I'll say it again. Like, look, these characters are bigger than us, and they're
have
bigger
that
than like any filmmaker or any actor, and they'll exist
I think
far
it's on
beyond us. At this moment with this particular thing, this is like our take and our sort of our approach, and it's pretty singular, and it's exciting for me to get this chance, and so I don't look at gift horse in the mouth. I just love working on it, and I would do,
That's a good
I would do
attitude.
it for free, and I am. So.
I think he lost his
Let's
place.
see. So yeah, I wanted to talk
Where's
a
my
little bit
script?
about
Where's my script?
this.
I need him to get to the multiverse stuff.
When I originally shot the film,
You think he talks
when
about
we
that?
were working on Batman v Superman, we shot a ton of the sequences in IMAX, right? And in that, I was obsessed with the film theaters, or sort of the science center, if you will, theaters where they show the 1:3 aspect ratio.
Yes, I love those
film, right? It's like the only place really, like IMAX. Outside of that is kind of just like it's like a bigger version of your TV. You know what I mean? But in its gigantic, full app, full film, 10-story screen, it's a really different experience. And watching, BVS, and those sequences came on, and I was like, holy shit, that is fucking crazy. It really got me sort of obsessed with the.
He just dropped the F-bomb.
With the big square, right? And I was like, oh, it'd be cool, like. And then, like, because all the movies were getting, like, more widescreen, like, more anamorphic, thinner, like this. And I was like, fuck that. That's. So we shot the movie full act, right? We shot it as a full
Got Zack Snyder uncut
release.
right now.
And that was to say the movie.
You shot the whole thing in vertical.
On the day,
with a cell phone camera.
Was shot in a big full app, 1:3 aspect ratio.
So you're saying it can be shown in one of those theaters
my intent was to have the movie able to be the entire film play.
It's a leaked poster of a.
It says it's the sign that says "Release the Air Cut."
That's a dream come true.
Yeah.
So that was how it started, but I really started just compositionally really falling in love with that concept, because superheroes.
It's actually pretty interesting that a different director would come in and possibly shoot the movie in a whole different aspect ratio.
Less horizontal. Maybe Superman.
That changes the whole
everything,
standing, every shot frame,
all the framing,
composition. Vertical. And so I had, everything's composed and shot that way, and a lot of the restoration is sort of trying to put that back. put this big
Well,
squares
we
back.
said he wasn't going to talk
As
about
I'm
Joss
working,
Whedon.
like,
I guess
you
we were
saw-
wrong.
You can see the Wonder Woman
Roundabout
frame that I
talking about
released.
Joss
That's the
We're talking
original
about Joss
aspect
Whedon's
ratio of the
cinematographer.
scene, the way we shot.
He kind of owes
Like,
us an
that's right out of the
explanation.
camera. That
Also,
It's not like
how does he
crop
know
or
that
Instagram or
the
anything. That's
Justice League was shot in a different aspect
how
ratio?
you
Is someone telling him?
Somebody
You
had
can
to.
tell when you look at the
Did he-
crop and then when you look at the kind of
Detective
he
Trev
held up.
over
He
here.
held up two mirrors and looked at the
It's
mirror while I
just
was
got
playing
a different
and watching
quality
the
and one that
TV. He
is
technically didn't watch the TV
unusual. No
while it
one's
was on.
doing that, and it's like its own 100%
The
its
aspect
own
ratio,
thing,
if
and
it limited
is-
distribution
it
in
owes
theaters, it might have been one of
nothing
the
to,
pain points with the distribution company.
whatever aspect ratio of the
Well,
theatrical
he
film
could have
is
looked that
released
up and said, "Oh, it's in this
a lot of the
aspect
work
ratio," or
we're
someone
doing
could
is
have told him.
trying to
But it's
restore
just it
the
seems like a
full
weird
frame,
point for him to bring
it's
up
like
if someone
literally a
told him.
restoration
Like without him
Right.
actually having.
because
Right, I'm referring to the
certain
ratio he
scenes,
wanted to shoot it. If it
that
wasn't
were
widely
just,
accepted in theaters, like a Quentin
fucked up by
Tarantino
the
Hateful
crop.
Eight, it would only be
So
shown
we
in
have to
certain
kind of
theaters.
like fix it
But that's not a
little
problem.
bit. So that's a big part of our job. So so I was going to do a quick little aspect ratio tutorial. So this is a doodle I just did.
A
You would
doodle,
say,
yeah.
An
okay,
aspect
so
ratio tutorial?
like a 185
He's director
or
explaining.
235 image would be kind of somewhere like.
Told you guys this is going to be riveting.
Like that's kind of what
Oh
we
my
use this
God.
movie.
Oh, and
This is
so
the
like
tutorial
what you
for
would
it.
do is the entire picture.
So what happens when you actually film the motion picture, and this is true regardless, if you shoot Super 35 or any like open aperture, like you basically
Still better than
have
Adam's
underneath, unless it's anamorphic,
Hey, come on now.
underneath the image is this size. So this box is what is photographed by the camera, the big box.
He is
And then when
calling
you see
out
the
the whole
TV,
production
they
of
just
the
put
other
these black
movies.
bars.
Yeah, it's
Lord
like
almighty.
Yeah,
He's
unless
taking
it's shot
shots, like
digitally,
deep
and then it is
cinematographer
only
shots.
There's nothing above. or
there's like
below.
5%
But if it's
of the
shot on
audience that
film,
are like,
that's what
"Oh,
you do.
he got him! He got him!
Extra
Oh my
information
God!"
up here,
Drawing.
here, or
Is
down
there
here,
diversity
and
on
up
that
here.
whiteboard?
So
Oh,
I had
DC
hoped-
dinosaurs. That's right.
he doesn't want diversity
One
of
day
his
when
aspect
every-
ratio.
people
That's
get to
for
see
sure.
the
No,
entire
aspect
motion
ratio needs
picture,
to be
so
singular, no diversity.
That's what we're working on, and it's pretty special and pretty cool, and it really has its own. It's when you see it, it's very it's its own thing and really cool, and also really I think helps to differentiate it from anything else you've seen sort of in this genre for sure.
Yeah.
So that's fun and
sure?
and really cool to see, because when you see those big images up on screen, especially like we were looking at even just the Aquaman intro in Iceland, and you just see him with Bruce, and when you see the crop version and then you see the full out version, it's just obviously better. There's no
Zack Snyder's tagline for the movie: "It's fun seeing images up on the screen."
And it's
Have you heard
tagline.
that was in Iceland?
And
I
to see
remember
the
asking
guys,
when Ezra Miller
it's
had that
also
thing
fun
in
just to
Iceland.
revisit these scenes, these amazing
It's all connected.
scenes that these guys
Ezra
were,
Miller is
rendered
canon.
for me,
Ezra Miller's
The real Ezra Miller.
in this entire film,
The
and every
choke
single
slam
one of them,
Ezra Miller
Yeah.
is
amazing,
canon?
That's canon
these
now.
amazing sequences where they really just do this. Look at me! I'm trying not to spoil, so I'm thinking of the shot in my brain. I'm thinking of the thing. I literally want to say it, but I'm not going to, because I'm
Okay.
not rude. I'm not going to destroy it.
Don't we know the plot for just?
Yeah, so it's been, like I said, it's been super, but it's been super. It's a labor of love, and it's great.
Honestly, I hope we don't.
Yeah,
So let's talk about. So I have like
See, I told you he was going to lead the
a new
conversation.
shirt. I guess that's the only way to say it. But I was thinking about the fans, and I was thinking about like all the stuff we've done, and we've done like now. There's a series of T-shirts. It's like a whole thing now. It's gotten completely ridiculous.
And he's got a white
We've
T-shirt on
actually talked
too.
about it today a lot.
If he stands up and it
Yeah,
says Adam's
yeah,
apples
yeah,
on it,
Top
I'm
filming
going to
was
lose my
in the
mind.
morning, so we talked about the shirts in the morning. Then we also spoke on it on AFSB panel, and Ray Fisher kind of went on with it too. So it's been ongoing topic. I mean, the shirts raised like over $130,000.
No, the shirts are amazing, and I'm completely excited and happy to be involved with
I
this.
concur.
And AFSP as a getting benefit from our T-shirts is like the greatest possible scenario, and I think that I just wanted to make like a really personal shirt. Not that the other shirts weren't personal, because they're all personal, but it was kind of a thank you, like a thank you to the fans.
I didn't know this conversation was going to be so relevant.
Right? It's on, and we're in the middle of it, and we're shooting, we're making the movie. Like every day I work on the movie, and we have marketing meetings and talk about trailers, and it's like you're just making a movie. And so in that way, it's incredible. Like you're just like you like, was this gonna happen? Like I don't know. It was cool. It was a fun kind of I don't know, like hope. But did we think that they were really gonna go, hey, maybe we should put that on and finish it? It didn't seem like a thing that was going to happen to me.
Get to it, Zach.
Look at that. I'm happy to be wrong. But I did think what I really.
Hey, Adam, you got the
entire time.
You got Jeopardy
music. And the entire work that we did, and the money that was raised by the fans and by you guys, and the awareness, toward mental health and suicide prevention and those things that are so important, and literally saving lives. Literally, like, I don't care, like, this work has saved people's lives. People are alive today that would not be if you guys hadn't done what you did. And that's just a fucking fact.
Well, he's talking about how they raise awareness and funding because it's in his daughter's name, right?
This is the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, or whether you care about the fucking Snyder Cut or you don't.
All right, I don't want to get a strike, so I'll cut that off right there.
The work done is undeniably amazing, and it doesn't matter if we ever release the fucking film. This alone is enough. For me,
he is right, though. I know we're making fun of it a lot, but like he is right. The work that they're doing with this is actually pretty commendable.
Like you can't. I don't care who the fuck you can't.
It took a second to draw the correlation. Actually, what he was talking about. I thought he was talking about making the movie saved lives, but then I realized
it's okay. We couldn't have done it without you, without your encouragement and support. Like, we would have stopped if you told us to, but you never told us to.
That's good work.
Well, and how could I? I was like, this work, Debbie and I would just see like how everything was so organically linked. That was the thing I think that was really amazing. That link between what happened with us and what happened with the film, and then what happened to the fans, and like that circle came together and said, like, you know what? Let's find a way to make this positive. Let's find a way to make this something fucking cool, like, or something fucking doing good. And it just landed so well. Anyway, so this is the shirt. I make it up just so you can see it.
Show us what you got.
Yeah. So this is the shirt. Is it backwards?
No, it's perfect.
Here's my camera.
Gorgeous. So what do those Romans
You just say something about his camera?
Oh. I had a feeling you'd make us do it.
So then on the back, this is on the back, right? So the idea is that every single person is a producer of this movie, right? And so my idea is that, and then Adam who designed the shirt and who like,
all these tie-ins, man.
I told you this is why I was doing the stream.
I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna film.
You want a shirt with an apple on it? I can get you a shirt with an apple on it. Any color you want.
I never told you guys before,
right?
but me and Zach are BFF.
I'll put it up on Vero, and you guys can.
I want one with a black apple. It says lavish black apple on it.
Not this one.
Black
apple. We'll get the right marker.
One black apple.
I'm doing right now. That guy's the guy. We got to do this video. But yeah, and he will, and that way, because I don't want to see anybody like with some sloppy fucking like, oh, my name, like where I can't read it, because I want to go, hey, producer, you, and like say the name because I see it on the back. I don't want to go like,
correctly, people.
Fucking handwriting. I don't know what you wrote.
Is he talking about selling these shirts?
Okay, so I should get
for charity.
And
that's why, because he'll give the associate producer credit,
really
saying you helped with
and they're going to be so they're going to be you're going to go to get them. You're going to go first at HBOMax.com. This Snyder Cut. what do you call that? Backslash.
This is how he's gonna fund the reshoots.
And then they're going to be at when it goes live at
This is going to be the
DC
budget
Fandom
for
on
the
August 22nd. And
second series
some
after
more
this movie
details.
comes out.
They're going to be 1,000. They're going to be first was 1,000.
Come on,
for
Mr.
free,
Affleck,
and
I'll
they'll
give you a
ship them
free
to
shirt if you come back.
This is the
Well, they
first
may
one
be able to
right
afford
there.
Casey Affleck. I don't know about Ben.
And when they run out, they're going to put money to
Affleck's in it. Affleck's coming back.
At DC Fandom.
It's the duck.
And not fight them because that's exhausting. You know,
where is he?
You have to just go get it and support an amazing cause and be part of that amazing movement that's, like I said before, a life-saving, awesome, you know, cool movement. So,
I like how Chet is full of I want it.
Yeah. Gotta get this. And it's got and it's got some little Easter eggs in it, of course. Yeah.
So
There's
is
Easter
Adam
eggs in
the
the
one
shirt?
who did the first JL shirt for you?
Yeah, Adam.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, Adam's done like a ton of shirts for me. He's always kind of like he did our logo. I've known him for years. He's an amazing. He's a great friend.
Thank you, Zach.
A super creative guy.
I am.
He did did he do the Zack Snyder's Justice League
I
one,
did.
the one from Christmas, or was that you?
No, that was me.
The
It was all
One
Adam.
we put that was on ink.
The very normal one.
Yeah.
The one with the logos and the sleeves and everything.
Maybe Wes did that one. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
yeah,
I have
you're
to
right,
check.
you're right,
He did
Zach.
all the ones to
I didn't
cryptically
think to do
like
that one.
anything that was trying to,
all the gats and stuff.
Yeah, anything, all the guts, yeah, for sure. Anything that has that, anything you can tell is his stuff. You know, he does kind of this. You can tell
Anything with Easter eggs was Adam, and anything else was
too much. Yeah. Adam is like the
Danny, you're muted for some reason. We gotta get you
want to take a
unmuted.
deep dive. You go with that. We need.
Does he
Check
have
your
a
settings.
zero that we can link people
I don't
to?
think he is. I don't think he's on social media. He's kind of not.
You're failing us. You gotta go tell him.
I will
Hook your boy up.
I will talk to him because he will. He would. Yeah.
All you have to do is
He does all
intro.
our house gym t-shirts. He did my house gym, all the house gym stuff. You know. Yeah. He's a great guy.
Oh,
But,
Josh is watching in the
yeah,
chat. He
so,
says enough about shirts. I agree, Josh. Move on.
That's the that's the t-shirt. And it's
Show us Ben
really,
Affleck.
Really excited about it.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. What do you? What else you guys want to talk about? I got. I think I've gone through all my stuff. Other than I know we got.
What else you want to talk about? I hawked my stuff already.
We have the thing. I don't know if we want to do that now.
Pizza was created in
We can do it whenever you want.
All right.
I mean,
No, we did not.
Let's do the thing.
Let's blow up the internet, you say?
Let's just do the thing, and then we can do some questions. And yeah,
All right.
maybe that's
All right.
Give me
Let me
one
do a thing.
sec.
What did he
Meg, set us up.
All right, one second.
And then I can talk a little bit about afterward, and I'll tell you what really what
He's
it is.
showing something?
It's helpful.
Talk a little bit about
All
afterward.
right.
He's showing something. Oh,
There we go.
is this his trailer?
Yep.
Superman landing. Is that the black suit?
Oh, it's the black suit.
I'm looking over there.
I don't have sound on, so I hope the sound is on.
It is. Shh, quiet. Was that it?
So yeah.
Screw it up.
Oh, that was it. Okay. So the black suit. There we
Sorry, I
go.
messed that up a little bit, but I was so nervous.
You messed it up? Are
So
you
what do you
kidding
guys
me?
think?
Oh, Zach's frozen.
Wait, now I'm sorry. I have delay.
No, it's
The host
okay.
is fired.
So yeah, so I thought I was like, look, we're gonna of course see it in all of
That's
its
Superman landing in the
massively
backing.
glorious action, but I thought the nice slow walk up might be a good way to just see it for the first time.
All right, hold on, Zach. Let's look that again. We got. Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Let me make sure we get everybody in frame here. We're missing people. All right, hold on. We're gonna watch this again, guys. We're gonna watch this again. Ready? There we go.
Cover Trev up. That's fine.
All right, that's fine. We need Trev's reaction.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Ready? Let's break the internet, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Oh no! God,
First,
I am the worst. I am literally the worst. Actually, no, it's not me. It's Chet.
Yeah, Adam's done like a ton of shirts for me. Tease a little bit about.
I really just wanted to hear him talk about me again. Yeah, that was Chet. There we go.
Oh, the aspect ratios.
Assuming you're Alfred.
I'm looking over there.
I'm assuming you're Alfred.
I don't have sound on, so I hope the sound is on.
Cool.
So that what was supposed to happen. Okay.
Not asking me to sound rude, but it is, I didn't care.
So it wasn't Green Lantern.
But
Yeah, it wasn't Green Lantern. You're right.
And of course, it's not final color or anything like that.
Cool.
I just kind of, this was just.
They took the Marvel approach on
the
that.
guys we were looking at
some
some visual effects shots the other day, and that shot came up, and I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh, give me that shot! Give it to me! I can put that. I know where I can show that. I think some people will appreciate seeing that."
So would the black suit have been his
funeral?
It's really, I know you said it's not final color, but it's really pretty. I like the way that you, so like at the.
Wait, you said
it's
what?
really.
Give it to me. I can put that. I know where I can show that. I think some people will appreciate seeing that.
I wish my whole movie could be shots without
It's
content.
really, I know you said it's not final color, but it's really pretty. I like the way that you, so like at the moment, how the cape is done and how the crest is done, like so that way you're not overwhelmed by all the black.
Yeah, no, it's got kind of a charcoal kind of quality to it.
That's gonna be kind of
quite, it's still got a little bit of detail, which I'm really obsessed with. So I didn't want to too far down.
Well, somebody's definitely going to rewatch this and pause it and pick it apart.
Yeah.
I should.
That just happened. Yeah.
I mean, it looks beautiful. We've watched it probably.
We're ahead of the game here.
So we paused it each frame and we're like, that's beautiful.
Well, no, you're behind, right? Because you showed us the
looking
replay
at
of the
Henry's
video.
face. I mean, I'm sorry, but
That's all right. I'm about to be caught up in about 2 seconds.
Adam watches his whole life in 2 times speed.
It's like that movie Click, right?
Yeah.
He's Adam Sandler.
They also are screaming to play it back, but
I will never see an image of Henry Cavill with a mustache in my work. I did. So.
I was gonna say you did see him with a mustache in your announcement.
I did see him the other day, but in the movie, there's no shots with him with a mustache.
When I shot my original
misinformed about
he had
the difference between your movie and the movie that came out in 2017, and some of them are claiming that you're gonna use some of Whedon's scenes, which you're not.
There would be no chance on Earth that a shot that was made prior or after I left the movie. There would be no way. I would destroy the movie. I would set it on fire before I would use a single frame that I did not photograph.
Well,
we were professionalism of this now.
I'm sorry. I mean, we knew this, but I had to ask just so that we have
for the
I
audience.
will burn this theater to the ground before I show a single frame that hack shot in my absence.
Hey, we don't want it unless it's the way you get.
Yeah.
By the way,
trying to take my red swing line stapler.
It reminds you of the other theatrical release, which again, famously, I literally have never seen. Would be because that was a thing I had done, and now it's being borrowed for whatever the Frankenstein's monster that.
Everybody, quick! Let's go check Wheaton's Twitter account. See what he's saying. See if he's live tweeting about this.
I have heard a lot of it. He's working like a maniac right now. Because
has he said anything on Twitter in the last little while since anything about the abuse or anything? Has he denied anything about it or?
No, the only thing that I know is that he was supposed to have a Comic-Con panel, I think either today or tomorrow. I don't know if that's still going on, though.
Frankly, we were just going about like, oh, we got to make sure this and that moment, and you fucking crazy, got to have this happen and that. And so, yeah, he and I are jazzed, and we're working like maniacs.
Can't wait.
Yeah, he's so inspired too. It's just awesome to hear him on the phone. He's just going to do something amazing.
So we're getting demands to play it again. All right with you, boss?
Sure. Let's see one more.
All right.
And Matt, turn up the volume. People are asking.
I can. It's as loud as it goes.
It's not. You can make it louder.
Talk, okay?
Come on.
Yeah.
Assuming you're Alfred.
Makes me think of Jurassic Park.
Yeah. The music, yeah.
Well, and the vibrations in the glass.
Oh, yeah.
Right away. One more.
One more? Okay, 1 second.
Was Alfred fixing his car?
1 sec here.
before they ask.
There we go.
See how you see that kind of charcoal in the cape? It's just that little.
He's gapping the carburetor. He's gapping the timing.
That's Battinson's car.
Assuming you're Alfred.
It's all connected. He's building Battinson's car. He's gonna build it. They're gonna give it to Flash.
Yeah,
he's gonna send it through time into the past. It's all connected.
That's the
the Flash is gonna push
so
behind
when you
it in
were
the
on
bumpers.
set with everyone, did you already
Which
have
Flash?
a black suit
Yeah,
made,
which Flash?
or did you just have color
All of them.
correction for later?
Yeah, exactly. Because the studio at the time was like, "There's no chance." Because I would argue for the black suit all the time, and they were like, "We don't think it's a good idea."
So you're at the studio. We don't think this is a good idea.
Yeah, like, what do you mean? Not a good idea. So PK and I, we would always talk about like, okay, when we get, I'm like, fine. Don't worry about
Here's
it.
the behind the scenes stuff.
We'll get,
You're like, whatever, we can do that in post if we
yeah,
can.
we'll shoot the suit the way it is. But we had done little adjustments to the suit that would make it a little bit easier to dial it, to make the contrast a little bit more. We had done some experiments with, in Photoshop, so we knew how to do it, how to do this, do this transformation. So we had done a bunch of private experiments to make sure we could switch it.
That's really, that's very clever of you.
On the DL, because frankly they were just not into it. So I thought from the beginning it was a great
Studio
idea.
executives were just not into
I
the black
knew
suit.
it was the correct evolution for him when he rose from the dead, that he would be in the black suit. It just made sense.
That's Kevin.
And so,
That's
there was this
Kevin
obsession with it
Suchihara
being
or whatever,
funny
right?
or light
Kevin
or
Suchihara.
something. And for some reason, the perception of the black
Johns
suit, it
and
was like,
Diane
oh,
Nelson
it's
and
just
stuff.
like, that sounds like you're just trying to make a, the movie, dark and scary.
Evil Superman.
He's trying to make it dark.
hilarious. And I said, well, yeah, no, it's by the way, it's not hilarious. So.
Or he's
And I
homaging
think
Death of Superman.
Yes,
The Return of
exactly.
Superman.
So that's why I was
Your
wondering.
hero is
In
dead. It's not supposed to
Batman
be
v Superman, was he buried in a black
Help
suit?
me with that.
I mean,
Help me with the.
No.
no, he wasn't.
It's gonna be hilarious
Right,
when
but
he wakes up from
in Death
the
of
dead.
Superman,
Yeah.
Thomas, he was.
In Death of Superman,
Once
he's
Doomsday pulls a spike out of his heart, it's
Yeah.
gonna that.
I don't remember.
Begin.
Yeah, he
I'm
was.
telling
He was
you.
put in the he was buried in a black
and
suit.
The
That's why when he
the
came
blue
out
and
of
red
the
suit's gonna
came out of the
stitch
crypt,
itself
No, he
together.
wasn't buried in the black suit. No, he wasn't buried in the black suit. He was put in the black suit by the robot in the Fortress of Solitude,
that goes,
Helix or
like,
whatever.
Kryptonian
Because the black suit,
technology, I
the
don't
black suit
understand
lets
it
him get
personally,
solar energy
but I'm pretty
faster or
sure it
whatever.
could generate a
Oh,
suit
you're right,
if they
Trev. I'm
wanted
sorry.
to.
It's been a while since I saw it.
So,
Okay, I yield to
so
you
we'll
again.
see
Again,
about
I'd
that
lose another
in
Dark
the
Card
future.
question.
I would hope it. Like I said, I am a firm believer in Superman's position.
No, you guys don't
And-
get. You don't get why
That's
he's in the black
tough.
suit. He dies. It's just obvious over your head.
That's why I'm obsessed with him and his like good and bad and happy and sad and dead and alive and like everything, because I want him on a full volume and full spectrum of emotion. I don't want him.
Was he
like
just singing Al
one
Green?
note Boy Scout.
Good, bad,
I'm here to,
happy, and
like, help
sad.
everyone.
He's talking about how Superman, he wants Superman to experience a
It's
full
like-
range of emotion. Like he wanted you to have Superman, so Superman's not just like the Boy Scout. He's not just
Right.
this. He's not just that. And that's what he said when he was in the Grace Randolph interview too. He's like, he wants you to be able to
and we all get distracted.
like identify with Superman. Whereas a lot of times, the biggest thing with comic books is that's why people say they have a hard time writing comic books and everything else, is that they have a hard time identifying with the Superman character and relating to it, right? Whereas everyone can relate to Batman, kind of, because Batman's
700 comments
a normal
about Green
person.
Lantern.
He's like, hey, if I had money and training and all that kind of stuff, I could do that, right?
Because you did put him on the shirt
$2.
on the.
Yeah.
But
merch.
Super,
Oh,
but
wait, he's
Superman's an
talking
idealistic Boy
Green
Scout.
I did
Lantern.
that,
Yeah.
didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's a thing, isn't it? I see that too. I'm looking at my thing right there. I'm like, ooh, green hearts everywhere. Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying.
Oh, dodging the question on Green Lantern. That means Green Lantern confirmed.
That's your Green Lantern news, guys. He put it on the shirt.
Ryan Reynolds confirmed the Green Lantern.
He put it on the shirt. That's
What did he
it,
say
guys.
there? I missed that.
Green Lantern was on a Justice League shirt that they made, but that's as much as he's going to give out.
Superman after he's risen from the dead. So
Yeah, he has. He did.
So
spoiler alert. Oh shit.
Oh no.
No, Zach, we already know he's dead.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
That's the whole plot of your entire movie. You established
He is in the trailer. Even was he ever in a trailer I released?
No, I don't think you. No, but you did bring Henry. You did bring Henry for a panel, I believe, in 2016 for like
But
Justice
you didn't
League
even
promo.
have him on the merch. He was on the merch after.
Or he kind of looks like Dr. Claw.
Yeah, we had this whole, and you can imagine the marketing conversations we had about like whether he should or should not be in.
That was genius, just saying.
On the poster or not on the poster, and yeah, that went.
Now I'm seeing so many things about Martian Manhunter. You guys, pick a different color.
They love it. They love anything green.
Yes.
Go green.
Well, we were talking. We
want extraterrestrials only.
Yes.
We were talking.
I mean, you say green and they just like up it up with the green hearts. So
Yeah,
now sure we're doing ourselves any favor.
So real question. So do you just sometimes put something on Vero and then log off, or do you watch the detonation of the bomb you just posted?
It depends. You know,
The
I
real
do
burning
like-
questions.
A lot of times on Vero, I do like to, you know, I'll go down and look at some responses and just kind of do a little discussions if I can, if I've got time. But there are times I'm like, I'm skiing or something. I'll be like, oh, I gotta ski away. But yeah,
I gotta hit these slopes. I don't have time to check on what I did in the social media world by posting this picture of a Green Lantern t-shirt.
What slopes, Jason? What slopes are those, Jason? What slopes are those?
I'm not sure what you're getting at, Trev, but I'm not gonna say anything.
They'll Colorado, right?
Broke our hearts, but also gave us life.
Whatever,
at the same time.
whatever slopes he's at. Not,
We didn't get to see that
not-
reveal for real.
Oh, that's a different kind of skiing. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
It was still exciting as hell.
It's a family show, Trev. Stop.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like I say, I like to, you know, I just really the whole great thing about Vero and the way I get to interact with it is that it really is, and for
Do any of you guys use Vero?
2 years or a year and almost 2 years.
I signed up for Vero when all this nonsense started happening, and I literally don't ever look at it.
Was, you know, really kind of
I've never used it, so I just I always hear you post all the stuff on there.
I'll say this: it's actually a pretty cool app. If people were actually to use it and it blew up, the UI and the graphic interface is actually pretty nice. I like
cool
it.
Shit that I was just wanted to talk about or show, even with no agenda of it going beyond that. Like, this is it. This is how it will exist for all time, as a drawing, as a doodle that I did. I'm fine with that. I have no.
Chat's blowing up right now about
but the discussion that I got to have
Ben Affleck.
with people about that,
see
who
if they
care
ask a
about
Ben
it.
Affleck question.
You know, that's an amazing interaction. You can't.
You know, you really
He's
kept
woke.
us motivated with those like posts. and
Yeah,
whatnot.
seriously.
What's that?
You kept the movement very motivated with those posts. Like, every time it seemed like we were running out of steam, all of a sudden you'd post something like, well, now I've got life in me again. Let's go.
Yeah, let's start
go.
trending.
We're the worst nightmare.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest. Like that day, you know, on the anniversary, you know, leading up to the anniversary, and then, I mean, because I think there had been a couple days where, you know, my buddy would just be like, "You guys are trending like worldwide," and I'd be like, "Of what?" And like, we don't have anything. And
Fans are crazy because
yeah, it's just cool. It was cool.
How's anyone
you know,
even reading
just
this
like,
chat
I like
on
this
the
idea
things?
that, and at
Yeah,
that
it's a little-
time,
it's nutty.
17,000 people.
the hashtag Release the Snyder Cut was the largest sort of volumized hashtag and or social media presence of any Warner Brothers movie ever made, and it didn't exist.
Yeah.
You know, I think that feels problematic.
of your
If I own a studio, that feels like an issue. I think we need to figure that out.
Right.
Okay, that's not working over there. Clearly, we need to call that guy up and see what the hell's going on over there.
Before I forget, speaking of the cut existing, Ray Fisher's got an axe to grind with you because he hasn't seen it
with
yet.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's not going to see it. I'll tell you. Well, not for
I want to grind with Whedon.
I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you why. Because that guy is like, he
Here we go.
needs. I want him. The movie's got to be done. it's got to be close to done because I want him to have the full.
Yeah.
It's a lot about him, and I want it all. I don't want to see him. He doesn't want to see himself in the pajamas because, frankly, he had to wear some pajamas
right
for 90% of the movie. And he would do like the flashbacks or like his construct shots where you got to wear like, you know, his football jacket or like a shirt. He was like, this is crazy. Is this okay? I'm in a shirt. Does anyone know that? I'm just in a shirt. I say, it's fine. It's fine. It's in this scene, you're actually in a shirt. And you'd be like, okay, this feels weird. But yeah.
Why is Todd here? I'm not sure.
Todd,
you're in the wrong room.
He's crashing.
He's crashing. I can't hear him anyway.
Who's coming in?
I think you realize you clicked the wrong link.
Todd. That was Todd.
Todd.
17,000 people just saw him do that.
They're all like,
okay. Well, I think
there
I think Ray will forgive you now.
And 16,995 don't
he
care.
sees it. I think he'll be okay. I really do. Maybe you know what I'll do? I'll just give him a couple small scenes just to tide him over.
Yeah.
Because people wanted to know, because you showed Jason, so it's like.
Well, Jason, that was slightly different. I mean, again, that was at the time when no one's gonna ever see this, so you better check it out.
Let's see.
There's a question.
And that, by the way, that version of the movie is in black and white.
Ooh.
You know, because when I had the movie,
not really an ooh.
Myself,
yeah, right, Danny. It's
it was I turned
artistic.
To black. I'd seen some advertising.
It's like the Logan cut in black
for
and
Justice
white.
League, a billboard or something, and it made me turn the movie to black and white because I saw the way they colored
the added color.
It made me turn.
I can never.
Who's the other one?
have
The
to make
Mist.
movie
The
black and
Mist
white
was
just
meant to be
like,
shot in black and white.
Be okay.
So
The
you
remake?
can deal with
The
it.
Stephen
but-
King?
Yeah, the Stephen King one. Yeah.
You've seen
Thomas
my
Jane.
images.
Yeah, with
then
Thomas
I
Jane.
just-
Yeah, that was supposed to be black and white.
And I just kind of
They had a
started
fight at
seeing
the
movie
studio
black
over
and
that
white.
because
It was kind of luxurious.
the director wanted it
you know,
completely
slick
done in
dark.
black
But by
and
the way,
white.
that was all just done on my computer at
Who
home.
directed that?
One day, you know. Let's see.
I like
know
that
the
version
name.
of that
No big
movie,
deal.
Yeah.
So
It was
when
It's
good.
on your computer.
It fits.
So when it hits HBO Max, will it be in black and white or in color? So
It'll be in color. It'll be in color. It'll be in my color.
it'll be in
Except
your.
for the suit, that'll be in
did you
black
hear
and
that?
white.
Did you hear that jab?
Let's see.
Will
Lots
be
of
in
people
my color,
asking about
not that
more
crappy
clips,
red.
guys. That's the only clip I
Yeah, I
got.
want to see some more. But on it, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Like,
you
that's
just
the
saw
only
wasn't
thing
cool enough?
I like that.
The only thing he's allowed to show, guys.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm not even sure I was allowed to show that. So let's.
Oh, okay.
Well, shit.
Yeah. I was like, you know, better to ask for forgiveness than permissions, probably in this case.
Well,
Okay.
Justice Con's
one of my
trending
favorite
on
sayings.
Twitter, so if you didn't want
That's why I
HBO
have two
Max to
ex-wives.
know,
Yeah, it's too late.
Look,
Better to ask
look,
for forgiveness
you know,
Than permission.
It's,
Yeah.
they have been
I agree.
utterly amazing. I got to be
Yeah.
100% honest. Those guys are so supportive, and they're so and
What happened to
I
the guy
did
that
ask,
jumped in?
I'll be honest. If I could-
He was just he accidentally went through.
Yeah, I think he's the
I don't
next
wanna be that
panelist.
guy.
So
I think it would be cool,
God.
you know, if I could show this because I think
It was
everyone's
Todd.
so they were like,
Todd.
There's
So can
people
you?
asking
Monkey's gone.
series or a movie.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask too. Can you speak to that?
Okay, finally a
debate
real
there a little bit, or
effing
you'd
question.
have to wait for that one too.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
People ask questions we can
Well,
answer.
Oh,
But
but
wait
he
a
said
second.
movie.
I have another thing to ask
interesting.
about that. Will we know at Fandom or?
You will.
Oh,
It'll be a
Oh, okay.
You will. You find out at Fandom.
All
But I
right.
think I did
Whether it'll
tell
be a
Grace
TV
that it was
show or a
longer
movie.
than 214 now.
You did.
Come on, this is Justice Con.
Yeah,
Isn't
you
that
did.
like something you should answer here?
So, would you say that either way you'd be happy?
Well, he's just doing this because
As a single
the Snyder Cut
yeah.
people
I look, I
like were
like,
behind this, right? So
Right.
this is him
either
like giving
way,
back to the.
100% I'd be
to the
happy.
fans.
to
The
both
Snyder
have-
Cut, folks. Oh, okay.
Look, the truth is, regardless of how it comes out, you can always watch it. You'll always be able to watch it.
In one sitting, if you.
Exactly.
Yeah, because there are
Part of this
folks
is how it comes
online
out.
who think that
Yeah.
you'd be compromising, you who say no compromise, if you end up doing it as a series. So that's why we had to ask. I honestly thought that would be a better.
I think it's better. I mean, I'm not saying that's the way it's going to be, but I think it's very interesting.
And HBO is a great place to do it. I mean, after what they did with
They
Game of
never
Thrones,
mess up
we
any
know
of their
they
series.
give you a lot of
Especially season
latitude.
8 of it.
So there's this one question that's
League of Thrones.
Yes.
How about season 5 of?
There's one question that's a little touchy,
one?
but I keep seeing it pop up.
I was thinking of Oz, like the last season
when
of Oz.
it came, I don't know if you can answer it. You probably
The
can't.
last season of.
Worth a shot.
Trying to think.
But it's basically people want to know.
You ever watch that
was
Deadwood
it your
movie, Jason?
decision to hand over
I
the
have not.
film
I've
to
only
someone
seen a
else, or
few
was that
episodes
the
of the series.
studio's
Although
call?
I like what's his name?
You know, it's
Oh
an
yeah, Tim
interesting-
Oliphant.
you know,
All
As far
fantastic.
as like, you mean as far when
Tim
I was
Oliphant,
going to step
fantastic.
away?
Yeah, when you stepped away for a little bit, was that your call to let someone else step in, or
Well, it certainly was. It certainly was our decision to leave the movie. You know, in the light of what happened. Of
course.
So, you know, and was it specifically our call on who would do it and all that? And it was before the committee. You know, it was a thing that was sort of a gender.
it was a company decision?
Yeah. We were pretty distracted.
Answer the question, bro.
Right, yeah.
I think he kind of did talk about it.
Doesn't make a lot of
What
sense
else
though, because
do
if he
we
handed
got
in a
for
completed
ya?
cut, and
Will
then he
there
had to
be
leave the movie, why did they bring
additional
somebody in to
things filmed
reshoot a
when
bunch of
Because they
stuff?
didn't-
Why
they
couldn't
didn't
they
like-
have just done post?
They didn't like the cut.
The executives didn't like where he was like you said, they didn't like the black suit. They didn't like.
When is COVID getting cured, Zach?
Yeah.
So
And
maybe
then-
that
They
scene
didn't
where,
like 4
was-
hours.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
his
4
original
hours
cut was
long.
something like that, right? Because it was going to be a 2-part movie or something too, right? So
About COVID or about the other thing?
Possibly. Unconfirmed.
If you're
I knew
But
about
what
COVID, I
happened to
swear
that
I
final
would
completed thing? If they're spending all this time
Slow
to
down in the
undo
chat,
things,
Sam. Stop
did they just like trash it or what?
I don't think just trash it, but remember though, so they have to spend money to complete his shots. Like, so he has it
what now?
filmed.
What the big
Like most of the thing, but they still like it's like the VFX have to be done. Like so they have to
do
spend
all
money
this
to do
stuff in
that.
post.
And if they want to add a couple things, then he maybe
I think I'm gonna
to tie in with some other stuff if they're gonna be doing.
No, that you can't.
Like,
It's
he can
blurry, so
add
don't
little
worry.
scenes here and there,
It's
like
all
little like
focused on
30-second
you. You're
stuff.
fine.
I'll show you guys.
Yeah, I'd say if
I'll
it's
show you guys
canon,
some
they're
other
probably
time.
going to
It's
have to add a
it's
couple
very-
scenes
it's
to
a
make
very,
it where it makes
it
sense
is
going
a,
Just to
forward.
match it with maybe match it with bring in
It's
some
cool.
Shazam flavor.
It's a
Bring in some of what Aquaman was after.
It's really
Especially
cool.
because, like, remember
related
James
one.
Wan,
Anyway,
did he change the way
all right, I should jump. But
underwater
how about
in
this?
Aquaman?
He
I
did,
will
yeah,
tell
because
you
they got
guys,
rid of the bubbles.
At Fandom,
So
there
Zack
will
Snyder,
be
they have
more
to change that back, right?
So
To change
you
it
can
to
look
match
forward to
Aquaman.
a
Oh, you got
longer,
work to
a
do.
What was
longer,
all that aspect ratio then?
a bigger meal, if you will, of footage. You don't have to
Well, he's
just
talking
watch
about
the
how
same
Joss Whedon shot it
three
in a
shots.
different aspect.
The same 24-second clip like I have been doing.
Yeah, exactly. I apologize.
I mean, there was nothing wrong with that clip, no.
Right.
Look, it's
He's gonna
Okay,
burn it to the
so-
ground.
It's more. Look, that clip is more for fans, you know,
Right.
than the general audience, because the general audience be like, "Wait, Superman walks up to Alfred and what?" But it's more about like sort of the realizing of an idea. And I
So
think
would you say that's a teaser?
what's that?
Would you say that's a teaser you're showing at Fandom?
Yeah, I would say for sure it's a teaser.
And so, okay, so we'll get a teaser.
So
We
what's a
know
teaser? That'll
we're
be
looking
like a
forward to a
3-minute
teaser in a
3-minute
month.
video or something,
We'll
right? 3-minute
have
trailer.
the famous movie or series question answered.
Or 2-minute.
Will we know the name?
Oh yeah, you should know the name. Should know the name.
Excellent, good, because
Good.
it only takes so much of the debates, man.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So yeah, so teaser coming. Be ready. And go get your T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay, you guys are
I'll
awesome.
be there.
Thank you so much.
so
Okay,
much.
thanks for doing this. I'll
That'll
watch
be
tomorrow.
It'd be awesome if you
And
get
you're
Ben
gonna have Debbie
Affleck on
also.
here.
Don't everybody look out for Debbie tomorrow. With
Yes,
the-
we're very excited for Debbie.
Right?
Excited to have Debbie tomorrow. That's gonna
Yeah,
be so
she's
fun.
tight too. We were talking about what she
I'm
was going to talk
coming
about.
from
and that
this
she
kind of an
seems really
outsider.
excited.
All right.
I do not
All right.
care about the Snyder Cut because I don't like Batman versus Superman. I don't like Justice League. So whatever happens from this happens. But I see a lot of people in the chat saying, talk about Affleck, talk about Affleck.
Yeah.
Maybe I can ask you guys and maybe I can ask the chat. What is the appeal? Why do we want to talk about Affleck so bad? Like I said, It's not for me, but why is it for y'all to talk about it?
I just want to know if he's coming back, because I don't think that he is. So I just want to hear, no, we're not getting Ben Affleck back because he's good. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to hear. I don't care if he's good or not, for real.
Right now, most people love Affleck as Batman. He's like pretty much and he can still play it, right? Like the majority of people I think right now that like DC, that like these movies, love Affleck as Batman.
Yeah,
and he can still do it. And he can still he's not. It's only like 3 years removed. It's like there's still room there for him to do stuff if the executives and Affleck so desire to do it.
Yeah, I think part of the appeal too is that the Affleck that we got in in Joss Whedon's Justice League it was a very different character that came across the screen than it was in Batman v Superman. He seemed a little bit more serious in BVS and a little more jokey and Marvel-y. And not that there's anything wrong with Marvel stuff, obviously. We all love the Marvel stuff, but I think people are really looking forward to seeing what the original vision of Affleck's character was. And that's not to take away from Bale or Keaton or anybody else. It's just for me personally, I really like Ben Affleck as an actor. I liked him as Batman. So for me, I want to see more. So it's also a fact that people hated Joss Whedon stuff so much that anything that's not Joss Whedon related, they definitely want to see it anyway. So there's that as well.
And for me, I just want to know if he is coming back, that that maybe there's a future, unless he puts the kibosh on it and saying, well, I'm just coming back just for the Snyder cut, because I just want to see what it's all going to, and I want to see what kind of where it's all going to. I want more details, and all we got today was fluff.
Yeah, let's talk. Let me review. I took some notes, and I know Ryan was taking some notes too. So let's kind of go over what was said during this thing, and then we can kind of have a little discussion about it before we head out. So we're not sure if it's a movie or a TV. He kept saying movie, but by the end of it, he was like, at Fandom, you're gonna know if it's a TV or not. He even kind of smirked when he said you could watch it in one sitting, which kind of makes you think maybe it's a TV show because you could watch it in one sitting, even though he kept saying movie. So there's all that. Talked about all the restoration work he had to do. We're getting the original Steppenwolf. We also got the fact that he left. He threw in a cut February 17. He was out by 2017 in March, only a month later. Accordingly to in his own words, they left on their own accord, but it was a little sketchy on whether they were going to come back or not. So there's that. No true name. We'll get that. He will burn this movie to the ground before he uses anything from Joss Whedon. And he took a jab on, not his color, which is pretty funny. Totally dodged the question about Green Lantern. I think without saying anything, he just 100% confirmed that Green Lantern's going to be in this movie. And to answer the question before, that picture in the background, he said, you guys were talking, but I was listening. He said that was related to the movie. So it's a good thing that it was blurred out because, it might have given something away. So Ryan, I'll go to you first. All those things that we kind of reviewed here, anything else you had, what was your takeaway on this panel?
I thought in the beginning, even though it was ridiculous, the whole thing, but when he said that like he thinks that 2 hours is too restrictive for a movie, I thought that was kind of big. I don't know if he's made these statements before, but now that with like the timeline and kind of some of the stuff that he said in the beginning, like you can see, I know everyone says like WB just wanted to get rid of him, but maybe there was some serious, differences that, and he wasn't going to budge. So they just had to get rid of him. And like, we all know like how they did it was bad. But I thought it was interesting to hear him say that he thinks 2 hours is too restrictive to tell the story.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Santa, let's go to you. What was your outcome on this? What takeaway did you glean from this?
Well, really, I think some of the best parts of it were him essentially taking shots at what was released.
Right.
He's spending a lot of money, spending a lot of time, and the comment about burning his down before he would allow even one frame of the other to get in.
Yeah.
He's not really hiding much is right out there. Shots were fired, and that's really the spice of it. If you want to look at it that way, there's a lot of tea, right?
Right. For sure. All right, Mike.
Really flavorful tea.
Yeah.
Really flavorful.
Mike, we'll go down to you. What was your takeaway on this?
Well, I mean, I guess I said it, in the beginning. To me, it was kind of fluff. I was expecting a little more details, and but exactly the whole thing about the 2 hour. I have to agree with Ryan. Oh, and also, is Santa is that one of your reindeers?
This is my daughter's cat.
Music Major's cat.
Yep, Music Major's cat. It's Mocha Latte. So she's hanging out with Santa this evening.
Nice. Is she a Zack Snyder fan?
But I have to agree with Ryan that that the 2 hour story thing was kind of scary. I mean, is he just saying that story is, or is he just not interested in doing 2 hour movies? But
well, remember when Whedon stepped in, the studios made it like Justice League had to be 2 hours. They made it like when Justice League was going to be released, they said, we want this movie to be 2 hours exactly, and that's basically what it was, right? Like because they wanted to maximize the showings of it.
Yeah. Danny. So not necessarily the biggest fan here of Affleck. And I asked this to Ryan, so let me ask this to you. What does this movie or this series have to do, or Fandom coming up? What does this have to do to get somebody like you even slightly higher elevated on board than you already are, if anything?
Dude, that's a great question, and that's what I'm waiting. That's what I've been waiting for. If there was any part of it that got me interested, I don't hate Affleck as Batman. I feel like he got plopped into a universe that I feel like was very badly written, and there were just a few things, maybe 2 or 3 things that happened in succession. Obviously Batman killing people is, for me, that was almost never going to work. But after that, it's just how do you rectify that whole universe? For me, I don't know if you can.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing we didn't get was talk about multiverse. Maybe we'll get that at Fandom, because I'm sure that's what we're gonna going into is this is its own thing, and then we got Battinson, and then we got whatever the DCEU is now. So it's convoluted. It's like a happy mess right now. Like, we don't really know what's going on. I don't know. It's confusing. Hopefully we'll get some more info.
Real quick, there's a reboot on the way. So for DC fans like me, it's just like, you know what? We're getting Battinson a lot eventually. Whatever happens here, it happens.
Yeah, I hear you. Trev, let's jump down to you. How do you what's your takeaways on this?
I disagree with Danny completely, because the Batman we got in BVS was an older, jaded Batman who had lost his way. They make that clear in the movie. He lost his way, and Batman killing is fine. Like, Batman at his peak, he doesn't kill. But if he's just like doing it to do it, like he's clearly lost weight because Robin's dead or Nightwing's dead, whichever one it was, like whether they want to say Jason Todd or Dick Grayson or whoever. He's like, Batman has lost his way, and I'm okay with that. That's what he does, and he's trying. The whole thing is he's trying to raise up hope. Like, Zack Snyder's trying to bring hope, right? So you gotta bring it to a place where people are at their lowest. People are at their lowest, and you're gonna raise them up, right? So I think that's what we were gonna get.
That's okay. I think me and you and the debate between whether or not it's okay for Batman to kill in these movies could rage on forever. And I think it's all right. It's all right. Like, I get it that there might have been a story arc in mind there, but they didn't do it. They didn't address it. So for me, that's a big failure.
But maybe that's what we're getting here, Danny. That's what we're getting here. He's doing it, and we're gonna get a Batman that is in a better place. The more of the Batman that you want, we're probably gonna get the Superman that they wanted that people didn't want Superman to kill, etc. But he's showing them in their lowest place and Superman specifically learning how to be a hero, and Batman in his lowest place and raising him up. And I think hopefully this is what we get from here. We can build on. Hopefully they let him build on what he does here.
Yeah.
Let him or whoever, and let maybe tie stuff to Shazam again, tie stuff to Aquaman,
like the
tie
reason,
stuff to whatever, James Gunn, Suicide Squad. Go ahead though, Danny. Go ahead, whatever you said.
like the stories, okay, and that is a story. Batman losing his way and then maybe finding his way and that being discussed. That's a story. That's a character arc. That's development. That's what should be about. I don't get the feeling like story is a big focus for this guy. We listened to Zack Snyder talk for how long? Oh my god, he played the Jeopardy music. He wasn't talking about story, you know what I mean? He was talking about aspect ratios and stuff. So for me, all flat. I'm not seeing a lot of focus on story. There's plenty of let's let the guys get into it. I don't want to take up too much screen time.
All right, let's jump to Rob. Rob, you've been quiet on this. Let's get your opinion on this. How did you feel about this panel? Were you impressed at all? Did you like what you heard?
I mean, it wasn't bad, but I want to see where they go from here.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
Bring out the Snyder Cut. Where are you going to go from this? You got a long way to catch up to the MCU.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Where are they going?
That's the big question, right? Like if this is successful, which I think there's a lot of reasons to think that it can only be nothing but successful, based on metrics and what HBO tells us it is, because there's no way of really knowing what's after this. Hopefully everyone likes it. We don't know. This could come out and it's a big pile, messy, thing of crap, and we have no idea until we see it. We just, I've
never been impressed by what DC's done so far. Never.
Right. So it's going to take people like you, Rob, and you, Danny, who are not fully on board. Someone more like me who I am more inclined to like it versus not like it. They got to win you guys over, and that's part of this in hopes to build something with DC fans and get them right on board again. So yeah, no, I hear what you're saying.
I was say, Rob, can I ask you a question? What do you mean by catch up with Marvel? What do you quantify as that? What do you quantify as catch up with Marvel?
They build the universe that they have created. Build the story arcs that they have taken from the comics and now into a cinematic form. Building all that out, instead of throwing paint at the wall and hoping it sticks. That's.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think they're not trying to do specifically what MCU's doing, but from an outsider's perspective, from taking a step back, you're not exactly wrong in the sense that there are some movies that they've done that it doesn't necessarily seem too connected. I know people love their connected universes, so if that's the thing that people really are looking for, DC's not necessarily doing that. Go ahead, Trev. I know you're dying. You're dying to say something.
I was just gonna say, or are they? Because right now, the only one that hasn't really connected to anything has been kind of Aquaman, and even he mentioned other stuff, right? Like Shazam had the Superman cameo, and the Batarang and the newspaper mentioning Batman and everything else. Suicide Squad obviously did. I want to see what James Gunn's Suicide Squad does. James Gunn's Suicide Squad might be like and Wonder Woman 84. Obviously, those are like the next two. Those are the next two movies coming out, right?
Yeah,
for DC.
But even Patty Jenkins has said on record that she doesn't care about shared universes so much. So
right now, Patty Jenkins is doing Wonder Woman set in 1984, so it's irrelevant to Superman and Batman, relative unless Batman's
right. But I think that's Rob's point, is that he wants it to be relevant. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying too. It's it doesn't have to be, but people like Rob enjoy that kind of stuff. And I'm not trying to speak for Rob, who's sitting literally below me here, while he's here. But I think
it was kind of figurative. But,
yeah.
All right, let's go to Jason now. Jason's been quietly sitting there. What do you got for us? How do you feel about
whoever
this?
said this panel was going to be a nothing burger is my hero, because this was a whole bunch of not much. Anytime the most interesting thing you have to talk about is aspect ratio on a movie you haven't seen before, it's and that's the other thing. There are some takeaways here. I think it's BS. He has seen it, and he probably bitched to his friends the whole time about him changing the aspect ratio. So that's why that's so stuck in his head. So yeah, I think he's seen it. I think he's lying about that. I was trying to find the quote in chat. Osaka mentioned something about it seemed like Zack Snyder was doing a favor for his niece's film school project where he had to go be interviewed by somebody. The interviewers kind of seemed out of their depths. There wasn't anything really meaningful asked. Everything, you're right, everything is going to be saved for Fandom. And the shots fired at Joss Whedon were the best part about it.
Yeah,
it really was
pretty good.
I feel a little less informed going into this thing than I was before I got here. It just I don't want to say waste of time.
Yeah,
but,
no, I hear
boy, I
you.
tell you, I'm glad I know how it feels about aspect ratios now.
Yeah, for sure.
That's where I'm at.
It was very cool to see, the black suit, and get a little bit of that.
Yeah,
that was cool.
a nice
I
soft
get it,
taste.
Couple
but
seconds,
you can
but-
tell they got throttled because they had to have pre-screen things that they want to talk about, and like, no, we have to wait. No, we have to wait.
Sure.
No, we have to wait. So, yeah,
that
is what it is.
That's true.
I was gonna say, Jason, what if it was what if you were DMing something, and then someone else took over for you and changed the whole way they were doing it, and then the people that they're playing said, "Hey, let's redo this with Jason doing where he left off."
I would never.
Would you not want to burn it to the ground?
I would burn this playmat to the ground. I would I would throw the dices on the ashes of the burning embers of their old lives. I really would. I would do it, and then I would tell people I would never watch the live cast of that storm they created in my absence. And then secretly, I'd huddle in the basement with a laptop and a bag of nachos, and a 24-ounce Budweiser, and I'd drink myself silly and watch it and cry over the outcome. That's what
it. Captain Pennsylvania's taking over your streams.
Cap. Don't tell Cap I said this, but I don't think he could handle it.
All right, let's jump to Lavis. Lavis, are you with us? What do you
I'm
think,
here.
Lavis?
Like I said, I was going into this with an open mind, and what I got out of it is this is something that they did to keep it relevant and make sure that people were still paying attention and waiting for it to come out. And yeah, it was just a lot of fluff. He didn't really talk too much about what actually was going on, but I think they're getting better in Hollywood at misdirection. So I think another thing we need to do is take a step back. And if we're going to go revisit something that already had a cut, and now we're saying we're going to get to see the original cut, then you can't go into that thinking about what you already saw. You have to go into that with another fresh take, another fresh mind, and perhaps a lot of the things that we're complaining about that we're not getting, we may get, but they're not going to direct us and be like, oh yeah, how they took this out and took it out, we're totally going to put this back. They're not going to do that, because if they tell you everything that you kind of want to see is in it, you're not really going to go see it. You're going to be like, okay, I'll just wait till they finish dropping every single one, and then I'll binge watch it, and then you'll get your information that way. They want to get people interested in it. So this panel to me was just an attempt to see how many people are actually interested in it, how many people are fans, and just to make sure that it's still relevant when they finally decide to drop it. We'll see then. But I'm not going to judge for right now. I'm just going to wait and see what we get.
Yeah, I mean, 16,000 people watching on a random YouTube channel. Yeah, that actually not that bad. All right, gentlemen, thank you all for hanging out. This has been fun. I appreciate all of you coming in. We're gonna bounce over here to Ryan. You're not Ryan. Hold on. Let me kick everybody else out. Get out of here. Everybody leave.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, everybody.
Everyone but Ryan, get out of here. I don't want to see you guys anymore. All right. Ryan. That was fun.
That was fun.
That was certainly fun. Hold on. Let me crank up our music again. There we go.
Nice. Right. Yeah.
We'll definitely see more.
Thoughts. We'll definitely see more in the next couple of weeks once Fandom comes out.
Yeah. Overall, it was fine. I like the suit. It actually made me want to see this movie. It got me a little pumped. I'm not gonna lie.
Sure.
I
want to. The audio playing in the background, it was a little, too hectic to hear it. I don't know if it was anything important or some news report or something like that. It didn't sound like it was just music playing.
Yeah.
Something to rewatch.
Something to rewatch for sure. All right, Ryan, thanks so much for hanging out. This has been a blast. Fun. Hopefully Chet didn't screw up too much. And we did it.
We got away with it.
We didn't burn the whole place down. All right, Ryan, thanks a lot for hanging out, man.
Don't tell Josh we had too much fun, guys.
I know, right? All right, hold on. Let's see if I don't screw this up. I'm going to turn this off. There we go. All right, it's me. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out today. This was a blast. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this. A little test run, because we want to see if maybe in the future we're going to do stuff like this on Josh's channel, right? Not just with me. Josh will be here, I think, eventually. Who knows? I think he left the country. I'm not really sure. He's in Mexico, I'm pretty sure. All right, because we might do this for DC Fandom, or if Marvel ever decides to do a convention, or maybe Star Wars Celebration. Who knows? So we'll see. Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate that. And as Josh says, have a happy and nerdy day, and we'll see you in the next